Hey, Shalom,
Shalom.
House of David, Bayat Shah Dawadah. Want to start off by giving all thanks, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Yahweh being a true Hebrew name of the Heavenly Father, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, but Yahweh, which is Hebrew, for He is to be, to exist. His only begotten Son, who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ. That name would also have to be in the Hebrew. And it is Yahweh Shai, and it means He that saves, He that delivers. He is our salvation. And the Rakal Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit, all right, that's moving throughout this world because the manifestation of the word of Yahweh Shemiel Shai in these times. I'm going to give double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone, who rule well, teach well, peace, and salutations to the hopeful elect pushing His truth and sincerity. This is your brother Bernard Bond, alongside the brother
Kahan.
all right, here again to edify the flock, feed the flock with this word, and through prophecy, okay, end time prophecy, just realizing how close Yahweh Shemiel Shai is to, the destruction of Babylon. All right, so we wanted to get into this article because as we see things, we read these articles in the spirit, we break it down, and we're aligning with the scriptures. All right, leading to prophecy, the fulfillment of prophecy. So this article from the Oloro, it says, Nicki Minaj declares herself Trump's #1 fan as president tells her, we did pretty well with your community. All right, did you want to read it out?
Kahan. So I'm just going to go ahead and read into the article real quick. It says, Nicki Minaj stood on stage at the Treasury Department on Wednesday, draped in white fur, told a room full of people that she is Donald Trump's biggest supporter on the planet. "Quote unquote, I am probably the president's #1 fan. That's not going to change," the rapper said at the Trump Account Summit in Washington, D.C., Salaki. "Quote unquote, and the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more, and it's going to motivate all of us to support him more," end quote.
All right. So we'll roll back up to the picture, okay, and we see the smirk on Trump's face. Now, Nicki Minaj, I believe she hails from Trinidad, okay, but she's a rapper, okay, a rapper mainly, and she is a so-called black woman, you see, and she's representing, in a sense, because she has a great following as a rapper, okay, as if she speaks for, I guess you so-called blacks, Latino, Native Indians, okay, because her cause here, okay, as she's saying now that she supports Donald Trump in everything he does or he's doing, and she's going to support him even more. Look at all that he's doing. Is she turning a blind eye to what's being done with current events? Okay, ICE raids, tariffs, okay, unemployment, going to Venezuela and capturing our president. And this devil says that he's not ruling the world. He's not, what's the word I'm looking for? That so-called white power doesn't rule.
White supremacy.
White supremacy, Slovakia. That's what I'm looking for. Tawada, bro. Tawada. Right? But who's able to just go to a country and take their president and bring him back and say, you're going to stand trial? That should show you that someone has the power and has no fear, okay? And it's all because of his military. Job 9:24 goes into that. You see? Did you want to get something up?
Just, again, going into, this serpent is very, very, very crafty, very subtle, you see? And he's using, a lot of these celebrities who really don't know what's going on. They just, just
go along to get along, and they're getting paid.
They just do what they told, pretty much. And that's what they sign up for. They're just pawns, for a bigger agenda. But again, it just goes back to that old, that story in the Garden of Eden. How, the serpent, which was not a snake, it was an actual, a man from the wicked nation, the sons of the wicked. You see how they subdued Eve. You see, and that's just playing over again during these times. And you're seeing how, this administration is using, these black women again, just to fool or trick, beguile, exactly, to deceive, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see?
Right. And also, this isn't nothing new. We saw during CVID, okay, how Esau Edom, subsequent white man, was able to pull all his trolls and his sleeping cells and moles, right? You had rappers, rapping, telling you to take the CVID. You had athletes coming out telling you to take the CVID. You had comedians coming out, because I remember Chris Rock. I remember Bill, what's his name? That basketball player?
Bill Russell?
Bill Russell.
Okay, Bill Russell.
Right?
Yeah.
And we had some of these cats, they got deleted later on. We had, what's his name? The Kumbe.
The Dikembe Mutombo.
Right. He said, that's what shot the I wouldn't block.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
All these guys came out, and this is the same thing. Okay? This is the same thing. You want to get that Genesis?
This is Genesis.
But in this wise, he's using what? Eve. As the scripture says, they're easily beguiled. They're attracted to power, money, okay, attention. They want to look good. Go ahead, bro.
This is Genesis chapter 3. Where you want to start at? Start
1.
At 1? Okay. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?"
And like the priest said, serpent isn't talking about, a snake, okay? And subtile is just a mannerism of someone that's sneaky. In fact, let's look that up in the blue letter.
Okay.
I have the blue letter already pulled up. We're going to look up that word serpent, because Christians will teach you it was a real serpent in the garden, whereas this is just describing a man. You see?
Okay.
And when you look here, it says serpent, snake, serpent. You see? But that's not what it's going into. When you look deeper into it, we're going to look up the root of the word. And Salaki, I didn't read it. As the Hebrew word is nakash. Nakash, right? And look up the root. It says what? To practice divination. Divine. Or a person that practices divination is like a sorcerer, right? Some type of warlock or witch, right? It says to practice divination, divine, observe signs. And that's what this devil's been doing from day one. Okay? He's observing various signs, and he knows these scriptures, man. Right? This is that same devil that's clashing atoms together. Okay? CERN, trying to communicate with spirits on the other side. You see? And that's the act of a sorceress, of a debonair. It also says diligent, observe, practice fortune telling, takes as an omen, you see, to practice divination. So it's talking about a man.
That's right.
Because how can a serpent do all these things? Those are the characteristics of a man, okay? So we are here to break it down and let you know there was not a serpent in the garden. Right. Rather, it's a low down, dirty, scheming, subtle man. We'll go back to that.
Okay.
Unless you have something on.
No, you got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Going back to Genesis chapter 3, verse 3, it says, "But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst."
Now read it from the top, because we're focusing on the not only Esau, Edom, Donald Trump, but also the woman, how she's easily deceived.
That's right. So this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 again. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, had Yahweh said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?"
You see, and that tree is talking about, food for thought. It's talking about philosophy. Okay, trees going into what? Men. You see?
Mark, I think it's Mark chapter 3.
Yeah, if you want to get it.
I think it's Mark.
So we can edify. Mark, it said chapter 3?
I believe so. Mark 3.
It says, I see men as trees. I got it.
Trees, yeah. Is it Mark?
I got it.
Is it Mark?
This is Mark 8 and 24.
24, yeah.
Right? Because this is when the blind man, okay, was cured. Okay, and he looked up and he said, I see men as trees walking. You see? So it's not talking about trees per se, it's talking about men, people. And say, yea, the Most High has said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden. So there were many people existing in that time. You had the sons of power, which was the sons of Yahweh Shem Shai. You had the sons of man, the other nations. And then you had the son of the wicked. And the serpent was from the son of the wicked. You see? And when it talks about eat, it's talking about food for thought. It's talking about a philosophy, a way. You know, you can describe philosophy as, you know, to eat. It says that in Ezekiel. Is that what? 3 and 9. Eat this roll, right? Which is to take in this doctrine, this philosophy of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? That's why we're saying what? Food for thought. He was giving her a different way. And that's why the serpent approached who? The weaker vessel, who was the woman. He didn't approach Adam, because Adam was right in the spirit. Okay? He had the knowledge, okay, given onto him, that breath, you know.
You got a precept?
Go ahead, bro.
Second Esdras, I believe 2nd Esdras 3 and 7, I believe. 2nd Esdras, is it 3 and 7? Yeah. 2nd Esdras chapter 3. We start at 5.
Okay. This is 2nd Ezra 3 and 5, and it says...
One is in 7, but you got it. I'll read it for you if you want me to.
No, it's your precept. I'll read it. Okay. You want me to just start at 5?
Yeah.
And gaveth their body unto Adam with thy soul, which was the workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee.
So again, that's going into how the Elohim, you know, the powers of the heavens basically gave you know, the law, statutes, and commandments, you know, an understanding of how to rulership, you know, because again, Adam was given the authority, you see. So again, you know, which is going into, as the priest is quoting, a certain way of living, a certain way of forwarding the obedience of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, verse 6.
And thou leadest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forward.
So it's going into that right hand. You think of your right hand as the hand of righteousness, of justice, you see, of authority. You see, when you shake a person's hand, what do? You shake their right hand as a token of honor, you know, being of trust. You see, so Yahweh Shem Shai, so like the Elohim, breathe that a certain way of being towards the sons of power. Verse 7 is going to the point.
2nd Ezra 3:7, and unto him thou gavest commandment to love thy way.
So unto him, the Elohim gave commandments to the sons of power to what? To love thy way, a certain way of rulership, righteousness. You see, there was no wickedness, but the wickedness was of the sons of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the sons of the wicked. You see, and we were not to partake of that way, but through subtlety of the serpent, which was the sons of the wicked, what did they do? They beguiled Eve, you know, which is their fruit, their philosophy. And what again deceived Adam to what? To started to go away from righteousness. See, but you got it.
And immediately thou appointed death in him and his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindreds out of number.
So now you see that the sons of power start to fall from that state of righteousness, that state of rulership, and to start to go towards a way that's rebellious against the Most High. You see, a way of wickedness. You see, and that's what you're seeing today. But you got it. So,
yeah, and let's get that scripture. I think it's in the New Testament. It said Eve sinned.
Okay. It's through through women? We all die, something like that. Is that what I think it's?
No, it said Adam didn't sin, but Eve.
I forget that scripture. You got it?
Let me see if I got it.
Should like it.
Man, I'm having a hard time getting it. Let me see.
But the woman.
Okay, let's see. It's
But the woman.
this is 1 Timothy 2,
2:14. Yeah.
13.
First Timothy 2:14.
I'm going to start at 13 if that's okay.
Okay, come on. Select.
This is 1 Timothy 2 and 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in transgression. And no different from today. You see? Because that relationship through the Spirit is happening all over again. Between the serpent, okay, the son of the wicked, and between Eve. All right? Let's take a look at that picture again.
Okay.
Because that's what we see there. We see that strong relationship, okay, between the serpent, all right, the serpent and Eve. She said she loved this president, that she's going to forward his agenda. She said what? I am probably the president's #1 fan, and that's not going to change. You see? It said the rapper said at the Trump account summit in Washington, D.C., and the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. You see? She thinks she's speaking for everybody. And that's why we're reading this account in Genesis 3 and 1. This is a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual battle at the end of the day. Did you have something, bro?
And again, it's just going into how Esau is going to use whatever tools that he can to uplift deceit and rebellion against the Most High. Bible shop, if we can get Proverbs 23 and 7.
Proverbs 23, 7. Okay, Proverbs 23, 7. And it reads, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee.
So again, it's just going to a person's inner thoughts is what truly defines the person. You see, it's not it's not what's on the outside. You see, as this article goes into, you see, as you read a little further down, Trump goes into, we've done well towards the black community. You see, everything looks fine and dandy on the outside, but truly on the inside, his mind is against you, like so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's going to use these celebrities, to beguile you, to deceive you, to make it seem as though things are going okay. In actuality, things are not okay. You see, and he's not going to pay attention to the high unemployment, the fact that these ICE raids are taking place now. You see a lot of Jake's now going to prison, all this stuff, man. He's not, he's cutting Jake off of, the WIC, or, food stamps and government jobs and all that stuff. So again, he's just pretending. You see, that's a part of that image. If Esau just putting something in your face to make it seem as though, things are going well. But you got it.
Let's get that Psalm 55:21, because that best describes it right there. Because being subtle means that you're going to come in a way that people won't know. That's how Eve was beguiled. He came with her, with enticing words, probably complimented her, probably told her she looks good and, hey, I like your style. Because that's what women like to hear. This is
I'll read it for you. It's Psalms 55 verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
You see? And that's why, you know, Native Indians would describe him as the man that speaketh with a forked tongue. What does that really mean? The man that speaketh with a forked tongue. He's going to say some smooth things to you, okay, but in his heart, he wishes to do you harm. Go ahead, Op.
It says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
You see? So he's not going to approach you in a righteous way. He's going to be subtle. He's going to look at your strength and your weakness. Okay, he's very clever. The Most High created Esau in perfection. He's very clever. He'll go put on his bow tie and cut his hair and slick his hair a certain kind of way, right? Shiny shoes. Okay, you like, man, this man is dressed to impress. No, he's dressed to delete. You see?
That's right. That's right. Did you want to go to that other article, or did you want to read some more?
Yeah, let's go to the other article, Bob Kashar.
Okay.
Because what Nicki Minaj is doing, why does she have that platform? So we're going to get to the root of it. It's this one right here.
Yep. That one.
Is that one you got?
Yeah.
Khan. If you want to read it,
It's
scroll up a little bit.
yeah. It says legit. What is that? Celebrity. I don't see the what you call it, but it says Nicki Minaj explains why she spoke out for Nigerian Christians amid troubling reports.
So that's how it started. Donald J. Trump went and found her somewhere and said, hey, I think you'll be a great candidate, to represent, our mission in Nigeria. You be a spokesperson. She's from Trinidad. You got to kind of question what's the motivation. But we see how subtle and conniving this devil is, the way he can just go pull out so-called Black Latinos, okay, that have a strong following to be a voice for something. And that's not, he's not going to tell you the truth. What is he doing in Nigeria? It's about the oil, man. But go ahead.
Before, remember, it was.
But they'll say Christians, but it's about the oil. Go ahead.
And just to add to what you're saying as far as celebrities and stuff. Remember back in a while back.
Juvenile.
No,
Okay.
Kanye West. He brought Kanye West out. To kind of
Right.
help him out during the campaign and stuff.
Right.
So again, these people just paid actors, man.
Yeah.
You see.
And Juvenile too during that time, because they pull them out of the woodworks. Like, where you come from? I ain't seen you in a minute.
That's right.
Now you pushing someone's agenda. Go ahead.
That's right. It says Nicki Minaj explains her decision to speak about Nigerian Christians during a surprise appearance at America Fest, linking it to personal connections. The rapper expressed concern over reports of kidnappings and killings of worshipers, saying such violence should spark outrage.
So question is, your mind has traveled to Nigeria. What about all the stuff that Donald J. Trump is doing here? You're going to blindside and just say, okay, that stuff doesn't matter. There's so-called Christians in Nigeria that's being killed. That matters.
And that's beautiful that, the men of the Lord, the watchers, are going to point out the hypocrisy in this devil, man. Look at all the atrocities that he did in where the small hats are. You see, no one's talking about that anymore. Not talking about
What did he do?
the genocide. Okay. The Palestinians.
Oh, okay. Got to be specific.
Yeah, certain.
Right.
Yeah. So but again, it's just the hypocrisy of how certain lives are more important than others, or
Gotcha.
you wanna present as though you're looking after people, people's humanity, but you're not doing it overall. You're not a man of justice. You're a deceitful person. You see, it says she vowed not to be silenced, and her comments sparked reactions online, with many Nigerians praising her stance. You see, and again, this is just a what they call, this is just
A ruse.
a ruse, just what they call not red herring, I think, but it's a certain term that people use just to draw your attention towards something versus something else.
A distraction.
Yeah, you see.
I looked up that word, Baba Shah. We can look it up real quick, and then we go to the next article.
Okay.
And I posted that word in the chat. Right? It's the word amusing.
Okay.
And an etymon.
Okay.
You want to look it up real quick, and
Yeah,
then we'll read it, and then we go.
Okay.
Not going to make this too long. We'll
Let me
look
just,
at that other article, get the precepts.
okay, give me 1 second. That I'm online. Okay, amusing. Salaki.
It's all good.
Yeah, I know it's taking a little time. Okay, so here I come. Okay, mute. What's going on? Okay, amusing. Okay. So that word amusing is says 1590s, quoting cheating, present participle adjective from amuse. The sense of quote unquote interesting is from 1712. That
Let's scroll down and read the verb of amuse.
oh, amuse. Okay.
Salaki, I should have told you.
It says to divert the attention, beguile, delude, from Old French amuser, to fool, tease, hoax, or entrap, make fun of. Literally cause to muse as a distraction.
So that's what this is. It's amusing. Because why? It gets people's attention. People start talking about it. It's the talk of the town, right? It's amusing. But like you said, it's a distraction at the end of the day. What's the real goal in Nigeria? Let's get that other article about Kasha.
John, did you have any precepts? I think we need to bring out a precept real quick. Let me get Sirach chapter 26 and 23.
Go ahead.
Let me bring it out real quick.
What did you want?
Sirach 26 and 23.
This is Sirach 26:23, and it reads, "A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man."
And again, that's what you're seeing today, man. You're seeing the distractions that the wicked is using, but he's also using, a wicked woman for that distraction. You see? It says a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. And these people, these people don't fear Yahweh Shem Yashah. Ultimately, they're going to fear the distractions that Esau is using, rather than fearing, the words from the Heavenly Father from the men of the Lord, man. We're teaching our people to fear the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to fear the power that flooded the earth, to fear the power that raised up the dead. You see, we're not teaching our people to fear the distractions of the wicked, because it's all lies and illusions, man. At the end of the day, it's a ruse, it's a trap. You see, and it's to fool your spirit, man. It's to misalign your spirit towards what's really happening. See, but you got it.
I finished reading it. It said a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
And again, we all know that this also can apply towards husband and wife. As far as a wicked woman basically attracts a wicked man, and basically you have that same type of not the same, but basically that dynamic. But again, it's applying. We're applying it here because again, you're seeing how Esau is using that wicked a wicked woman, which is Nicki Minaj, and to fulfill his plan. You see, but you got it.
Let's get Sirach 13 and 11. Sirach 13 and 11. Go ahead.
Sirach 13 and 11 says, "Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words, for with much communication will he tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets."
So, women always want to be equal to the man. She thinks she has a platform because she's now, cahoosing with the President of the United States. The video that we weren't able to play when she walked on stage, she had on white fur and she looked her best. You see? And again, this is a spiritual battle, and it's no different from that interaction with the serpent and Eve. It just replays itself. And we're here to, remind you that these are spiritual things that's happening, even in these times. Did you want to get that article real quick?
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
All right. So this last article that we're going to hit upon just sort of gives us an idea of what's going on in Nigeria. And that's the president of Nigeria there. Did you want to read it?
Yeah. This is breaking news. It says from Washington and beyond. It says Nigeria clarifies what really happened with Trump's airstrikes. Right? It says the
Because
Nigerian.
there was an airstrike, you know, and the premise behind that is, again, we read it at the beginning, Nicki Minaj is advocating that Christians are being slaughtered in parts of Nigeria, and Trump was just basically using her as an excuse to go there. Go ahead.
Again, and again, we're not saying that it's not really happening, but the whole point is the way they're presenting it to you, as though like this administration really wants to do something about it. When
Right.
in actuality, they really want the resources. So
Because there's things happening here, and you got to question that. You got to compare apples with apples, okay, and apples and oranges. Because why would you want to go there with,
So
you
much
got
things
ice happening here, everything. Go ahead.
It says the Nigerian government took the time to debunk President Trump's claim of Christian genocide in Nigeria after he announced the bombing of Africa's most populous and most oil-rich nation.
That's the question there, because like the priest said, the ruse is that he's using a front, which is a rapper, to lay out a cause for them to go to another country and enact their power. You see? Go ahead.
It says, quote unquote, the United States launched a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria.
I don't say that word terrorist, but it's okay.
Select, who have been targeted and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians at levels not seen for many years and even centuries. Trump announced on Truth Social Christmas night, I have previously warned these T's that if they did not stop the slaughtering of Christians, there will be hell to pay, and tonight there was.
Okay, so we just want to read that. We're not getting political or
Right.
anything. We're just trying to link up.
Right. Spiritual.
Link it up as to what Nicki Minaj is declaring the president, her favorite president, and what her agenda and her platform is advocating. I want to get a precept, Bob Shaw.
Okay.
All right, let's get Micah 7 and 9 if we can. Micah 7 and 9.
Okay.
Because though she thinks she's doing good, she is doing evil because she's ignoring. Okay, she's ignoring this truth, and she's also ignoring her role as a woman. She's not supposed to be up there. If this is what's being played all over again, that happened in the Garden of Eden, and we say, what, Micah?
7 and 9.
Okay.
Oh, you said 7 and 10, right? Oh, you want to
7, 9. Go ahead. Start at 9.
Okay, it says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
This is not the place for us to glory. This is the place that we should be thinking upon, how did we get here? Okay? And the Lord is still pleading our case. We have an advocate, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and there's a spiritual way, okay, to show repentance to the Lord. And the women, the weaker vessel, okay, which is supposed to be behind the man, if you can receive it, because they're a helpmate. Their role is not to be,
In the limelight.
and hobnobbing with our enemy. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
You see, she's taking on that same spirit as Lot's wife. Okay.
That's Job's wife too.
Right. It's like, Job's wife and Lot's wife. Okay. Basically turning their backs on their husband. There's an order to this. 1 Corinthians 11 and 1 tells you the order of it. A woman can't step in front of a man to, and again, that's why Esau went to the woman. He didn't go to a prominent, so-called black guy. He could have. We got a lot of 2/3 out there, but he chose her as the weaker vessel. And when we see things like that, it makes us fall back onto the scriptures to clarify, through the Spirit what's really going on.
That's right. And just like the priest is going into, there's an order to fearing Yahweh Bashmi Shai. I believe 1 Corinthians 11 goes into that. Yahweh Shai. Then you have the man, then the woman. You see, But again, you're seeing the disorder. You see, so because if the woman is turning her spirit against a man, she's ultimately turning her spirit against Yahweh Shemel Shai.
That's right.
You see,
That's right.
She's not advocating fearing Yahweh Shemel Shai. She's advocating fearing your enemy. You see, as she said in the first article that we read, she said she support him 100%. You see, and this is the enemy of Jacob, man. This is the enemy of the house of David, man. You see, but you got it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we know she's getting something under the table, or she's gonna get something under the table. I'm gonna just quote this, and that's all I got. 1 Timothy 5:14 say, it's like 1 Timothy 5:6. It said, "But she that liveth in pleasure is there while she liveth." So she's getting all the limelight, right? She's getting all the attention. Ooh, she's with the president. She must be someone important. Maybe she might get a new record deal. Okay, but we know the characteristic of women. They're attracted to power, to money. They want attention. They want everyone to notice their new outfit, their fur, their hair, right? That's why we read that, again, 1 Timothy 5:6. "But she that liveth in pleasure is there while she liveth." Hey, unless she gets back into order and she repents back to the Most High, she's included as one of the 2/3.
That's right.
And hey, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Hey, with that being said, we want to give all thanks, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone, who rule well, teach well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.